Princess Chrissey here. I'm gonna keep it relatively short, less than half an hour I guess, and do a couple of readings. One of my viewers, one of the comments, she's now just truly afraid because of what Trump has done and what he's, and what he could do in the near future. So I said I would do a reading to see if Trump is basically hemmed in, so that his options about retaliating against this latest attack are much less forceful. Basically around Cordy's bluff, when he was going, we will, send rockets to 52 sites and blah, blah, blah. They've caught his bluff. He hasn't done anything. He's been very quiet. Yeah, it's probably a bit humiliating for him. But there's also this move in Congress to greatly hem his powers of what he can do. This resolution that is going to go through, if not on partisan, most probably on partisan lines, but there are some clear-minded Republicans. They surely have to think about this. So what I'm going to do is, I had a look at the situation in Iran, with Iran, Iraq and the US over the next 3 months, and indicated that yes, it's going to be shaky for a couple of months, and then it's going to start calming down, and in March, possibly, hopefully, they're going to start making some leeway again. I didn't see Trump being out of office, but I didn't see him being part of that process. I also know that he's had harsh responses from Britain, France and the UK. Basically Britain saying anything happening there now is just not good for us. France not happy at all. Germany saying we don't need this sort of a situation. And they're 3 of the US's biggest allies, and they are not happy, and they are letting him know that. So what I'm going to do is see if, I'm going to ask the question, are actions going to be taken to limit the damage that Trump can do? Make sure that it's proportionate at most. Now, there are reports the Iranians claiming they killed 80 American terrorists, which they've designated armed servicemen as. But I've read other reports that said that there's been no news of any casualties yet, and they would have emerged by now. So, look, there's a good possibility that some people were killed, but until they let us know that, we just have to hope for the best. But I think I'm gonna ask if it's going to be made that Trump can not make any further moves without congressional consent. So I'm going to ask that question. For congressional consent. Both houses, I don't think both houses, no, congressional consent. It's got to go through Congress. My understanding is that Congress is the lower house, which is the House of Representatives, and the upper house, which is the Senate. But most Americans refer to Congress as just the lower house, but it's not, it's both. So when they say congressional consent, does it mean it's got to go through both houses or not? I don't know. But if it doesn't get through the lower house, it can't go to the upper house. So will they make it so that Trump cannot make any further moves without congressional consent? Because that's what this resolution is about, severely hemming him in and what he can do. Temperance. Yes, they're going to temper him. At least according to this bottom card, they're going to temper him. So I'm going to do a 6-card cross to look at the situation. So the situation is Trump and his 7 of chalices. 7 of Cups. This is Trump and his gaslighting. Saw Mike Pompeo on the television, gaslighting, trying to tell people that what Trump said wasn't the truth. Trump kept saying it. So trying to say what they heard and saw with their own eyes and heard with their own ears wasn't the truth. So this is Trump and his administration trying to confuse people and divert people away from impeachment, and if they can prove that that was the case, or it's just going to be hell to pay. But this is Trump and his administration and all their gaslighting. What is the challenge in tempering him? 3 of Wands. Getting the they've had discussions about it. They've been discussing it. And the challenge is going to be bringing it all together so that the ships come in how the Democrats and probably most of America want it. That will enable, I'll just move this, enable them to basically limit what Trump can do. What's in the past with this? 7 of Wands. What's led up to this? Trump's so-called defense of America and American lives by assassinating a foreign leader, not a national leader, but a high-ranking government official from another country. That's what this is, and he's saying this is my defense for it, you know, and it's not a very good defense. What's at the base? That's the actions that have led up to it. What's at the base of it? The Queen of Chalices. The base of the whole situation, the focus of this situation now, this is the actions that led up to it. This is the focus for the Democrats now, is how they can retain, or how they can get back the stability, calm fears, and bring back emotional stability to people's fears. This is one of the biggest things that they're looking at, because if Trump is allowed to keep going unchecked, the worst may happen. And they know that, and they want to calm people down and get things back to a more calm level. at the moment, at the present, 10 of Cups. This is the Republican Party, and they're just pretending that all is calm and lovely in the Garden of Eden. Now, it's, you know, the Middle East, all that Fertile Crescent there in the Middle East, everything, it's purported to be the site of the Garden of Eden. So all is calm and lovely and all right in the Garden of Eden. We've made it better, and they're still pretending. You know, the 10 of Cups, it's like the facade, but the 10 is also about an ending, and I think this facade of it's all right, we've maintained everything, we've done the best, is going to start cracking. So, the outcome card, number 6. Will the Democrats succeed in tempering Trump? Will that happen? Page of Pentacles. It's a yes card. They're going to be able to trim his sails because they're going to have some news about money. Some news is going to come out about money and this situation as well. And it's going to help them. So I'll just ask one more time and do a yes-no trio to confirm or not prove the theory, disprove the theory or whatever. Will the Democrats, will the House, Congress, succeed in tempering Trump's powers with regard to the situation in Iran, with Iran? Will they succeed? The Magician, wow, and the Chariot. They're both on the bottom, both good cards, both yeses. Yes, they will be able to do it. They've got everything they need to do it, and it's going to happen quite quickly. The other card on the bottom that's caught my eye is the 7 of Pentacles. Again, they're assessing a situation with money. So that's just the 3 up. I just pulled that, felt I need to pull those 3 off the bottom. And I'm going to pull 3 off the top now. Knave of Wands, that's a yes. Queen of Pentacles, that's a yes. And the 9 of Cups. Yes, definitely. They are going to be able to rein him in and make it really, really hard for him to take any further action. That's what they want. That's what America wants. America wants this guy reined in, and their wishes are going to come true. They're going to hit him with, make it hard for him to access the resources to authorise such a strike. Money, because they have to authorise money for any further, for anything like that, any extended action. They have to authorise resources and money to go towards, you know, any extended action against Iran in response to this, and they're not going to do it. And yeah. There's going to be news, more news to back them up about Trump's actions. So that's reining in Trump. Looking good. And I think it's going to happen relatively quickly. For those who are interested in this card deck, it's the Tarot of 1001 Nights by Lo Scarabeo. It's a gorgeous card deck. But, you know, what I think people also want to hear is some reassurances that they're going to be safe. I have a cousin who's in the army. He's already been to Afghanistan. I don't want him to be sent over to Iraq, you know, to fight because ScoMo's decided to go all gung-ho along with Trump, and which he could, you know. So it's, yeah, so I'm going to just grab a different deck. I'm going to actually grab the Cat Tarot. Cute little deck by Megan Lynn Knott. And I'm just going to ask, overall, look, there are going to be skirmishes. I can't promise that there's not going to be skirmishes. And as much as I'd like to guarantee you that they'll be able to rein him in, that's just my interpretation of the cards. But hopefully they will have proven to be right. So even looking at the fact that there might be skirmishes and, you know, bit of argy-bargy here and there, I'm going to ask a general question here, and I'm going to ask, will the world be safe from catastrophic action? That doesn't, you know, it doesn't mean that, you know, people aren't going to do something here and there, and, you know, there aren't going to be more missile strikes or whatever. But catastrophic action means plunging into a world war situation or plunging into an extended conflict against, you know, the conflict is always there, but it's an extended conflict of fighting, an extended period of fighting with, you know, arms and everything. So will the world be safe from an catastrophic results, from a catastrophic war? Will the world be safe from a catastrophic war? So I'm going to ask that. These cards are wonderful. They've got such a lovely positive energy. Will the world be safe from a catastrophic event? The Chariot, that's a yes card. And it's not going to take too long before that de-escalation happens. Again, we've got the Queen of Cups here again. A return to a bit of stability, emotional stability. And strength. Look at this. He's standing on a mouse and roaring. And this strength is not the strength of some... It's the strength of good sense over idiocy. In this case, the idiocy being Trump and his minions. And his not very nice allies. And this is the world going, no, we're not going to let this happen. So that's that's 3 cards off the bottom. I don't know why I decided to do that, I just did, but I'm going to do 3 more cards off the top now. So that is the 5 of Wands. Justice, maybe the Hangman, maybe, so that's 2, that's it, that's 2, and that's a no, but I think this is 2 maybes counteract a no. See this, they're kittens and they're playing with these wands. There are going to be some skirmishes, smallish, you know. There's going to be skirmishes that can't be avoided. There's going to be, because there is conflict happening. But common sense and justice will prevail. I think whatever happens, whatever actions are taken against a certain people over this situation, it's going to be justified, and you know, but there's still going to be a little bit of a period of suspension, but overall it's going to be okay. So I hope that this is hopefully given some people who have been stressing out quite badly a bit of hope and help settle their fears somewhat. I hope so. And look, talk to people. If you need to talk about your fears, talk to people. If you have to, call up a helpline or something, or Samaritans or somebody like that. It's a horrible situation to have been plunged into, and it's stressful, not just on the troops. Of course, it's horrible. It's a horrible situation for the troops, but it's stressful for the general public as well. And they, you know, they're scared what this man is going to do next. It's okay to be scared. Talk about it. Talk it through. If you are scared, it doesn't matter if you're not a Republican and you're in a Republican district. Go camp outside their offices. You know? If you have Republican friends, say, please, can you please come with me just for the moral support? You'd be surprised, I think, how many will do that. Go and camp outside their offices. Show, especially the senators, show them that this is not what you want and this is not the person you want in office, and that he is not fit to be there. And show them how scared and how fearful you are. You don't have to wave signs and all that, so that won't hurt. But just make sure they know. Get a petition together. Go around, collect signatures. Hand it into their, hopefully to the senators themselves. Put it online and email it directly to the senators. Post memes or something on Facebook or whatever social media, Twitter, whatever, you know. Donald Trump isn't allowed to block people from his Twitter feed, apparently, because it is a government feed. So reply to his tweets saying, you are scaring us, you are scaring us, you are scaring us. And yeah, put your energy into, say, positive energy into this. Don't let it turn into negative, bitter energy. Put positive energy into it. Take proactive steps where you can. If you can go to the Republican senators' offices and stand there for a couple of hours a day and just stand there with your sign or whatever and encourage a few people to come every day or whatever with a petition there. Do what you can. Be proactive. Don't be reactive, be proactive. And send proactive energy towards people in Washington who can and should remove him from power. Okay, love you all, footprinters, and I will see you at the next reading.